And now it's my privilege to introduce you to tonight's student commencement speaker. Alex Roblero is a first-generation college student who came to this country 11 years ago as an undocumented, non-English speaking immigrant from Guatemala. He moved to Lynn after graduating from high school in Idaho and enrolled in North Shore Community College to study business administration. His goal is to own his own business. Alex credits our college with providing the support and guidance he needed to overcome barriers and succeed with his academic studies. Alex has been selected to receive the prestigious Governor Foster Furcolo 2-year scholarship, which covers tuition and most mandatory fees at UMass Boston. He will continue his business studies with a minor in entrepreneurship starting this fall. I know you will be as impressed as I am by Alex's story. Please welcome this year's student speaker, Alex Roblero.
All right, bear with me, I'm a little short. Okay. So hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Good? That's awesome. Well, I would like to start by thanking God for the opportunity that He gives me to stand before all of you this afternoon. For I understand that everything that I am and all that I'm able to accomplish is because of Him. Thank you. I would also like to thank my family, who although couldn't be here this afternoon, I know that they will be watching, so thank you. Thank you for being one of my greatest sources of motivations and for always supporting me. You know, I've always been a person full of dreams. Yet I know that in today's society, there might be people who try to limit our dreams. And many times our dreams seem impossible. However, as we are graduating tonight, all things seem possible. You know, I also believe that all things happen for a reason. 11 years ago, I came to the United States as an undocumented immigrant from Guatemala. I came with the dream of being reunited with my parents. My parents had left me when I was very young in their own pursuit of giving me a better future. I started the journey of coming here by myself with people that I had never met before. Things took an unexpected turn when, before entering the United States, I was detained by immigration and I was sent to a retention center. The 10-year-old me was afraid because at that time I couldn't speak English and I didn't know what was going to happen. After a couple of days in that retention center, I was sent to a foster family in El Paso, Texas. I still remember this very clearly since I spent both Christmas and New Year's of that year with that family. After a couple of months with that family, I was finally reunited with my own family. And it was a very special moment for me, and I know that there are many of you who know what that feels like. I was finally living the dream that I always had, until one day that dream turned into a nightmare. The lawyer handling my case came up to my family and me and told me that I could no longer stay in the United States anymore and that I had to leave the country. I had to sign a petition to voluntarily leave the country. I was devastated. I was devastated because, like I mentioned before, I was raised without my parents, and now that I had them, I did not want to lose them again. And so that day, I decided to place all of my hope in God and decided to have faith that things were going to turn out all right. The next day, which was supposed to be my last day in the United States, the judge handling my case granted me an extension to stay. All of us were very surprised because he didn't have to do it, but he did it. And so that day, I realized that I was given an opportunity that not many people got. I also realized one thing that has become a cornerstone in my life. I realized that I was going to have the option to either stand up to all of the challenges that life was going to throw at me with courage and with my head lifted high, or I was going to have the option to quit and take an easier way. And so starting that day, I decided to work harder than I ever worked before, and studying harder and helping my parents with all that I could. I ended up being invited to attend a prestigious high school in the state of Idaho and graduated with both my high school diploma and an international baccalaureate certificate. Thank you. And so why am I telling you all of this? The reason for me telling you this is not to make myself look good before all of you. The reason for me telling you this is because I know that in front of me, there's people who have sacrificed so much in order to be here this afternoon. People who have faced very difficult situations in order to succeed, not only for themselves, for their own benefit, but also for the benefit of their families. Among today's graduates, there are people who work 2 to 3 jobs and still go to school and still manage to make time to spend with their families. I know this because I've experienced it with my own family. Like most of you, my parents have worked so hard in order for me and my siblings to have a better future. I have seen how many times they have been discriminated against and how many times they have faced very difficult situations that many people wouldn't dare to face, all in order for me and my sisters to have the opportunity to dream. That opportunity to dream was reinforced by North Shore Community College. Being a first-generation student, I didn't know what attending college would be like or what to do at all. However, all of the faculty and staff were always there present to help with any inquiry that I had. I felt welcome and embraced since the first day I stepped foot on campus. This institution has also shown me how much I value diversity, and I have also learned how valuable education is and how big of an opportunity all of us were given by North Shore Community College. You know, moments like these are moments that we dream of all of the time. Moments when we feel like we're on top of the world, moments when we feel like the sky is the limit, moments when we feel like we're unstoppable. You know, personally, this is a big accomplishment for me because most of my life I've been told that because of my height and because of my weight and because of my race and because of my legal status, I would never achieve anything in this country. And so I would like to take this opportunity to tell those people that I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry because they were wrong. I am sorry because I don't view myself how they view me. And I'm sorry because I would never stop dreaming. Today, however, is more than just a dream for us. Today is the beginning of something new. Today is when we show those people who doubted us that we made it. Today is when we appreciate everyone who has supported us and believed in us. Today is when we start changing the world. I believe that we will be the generation who changes the world, and I believe that because in front of me, I see people who are capable of transforming our society, people who will influence many generations to come, people whose dreams will become a reality, people who will conquer their biggest obstacles, and people who will live fearless. In front of me, I see people who with a smile will brighten someone else's days, people who will be selfless when helping others, people who will fight for justice, and people who will conquer whatever they do. People who will change the course of history. Today, no one can tell us that we dream too big. Today, no one can tell us that we can't achieve our dreams. Today, no one can tell us that our opinion doesn't matter. Today, no one can tell us that we are too old or that we are too young. Today, no one can tell us that we couldn't do it because we did it. Today, we graduate. Thank you to all of the staff and faculty for helping us achieve this. Thank you to all of North Shore Community College because like I mentioned before, many of us were given an opportunity that many people said it wasn't possible. And so, my fellow graduates, class of 2019, to you and to the history every single one of you are about to make, congratulations. Thank you.